Love is a serious mental disease. The measure of a man is what he does with power. I am the wisest man alive, for I know one thing, and that is that I know nothing. Only the dead have seen the end of war. One of the penalties of refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a harder battle. Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something. Every heart sings a song, incomplete, until another heart whispers back. Those who wish to sing always find a song. The price good men pay for indifference to public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. Courage is knowing what not to fear. Do not train a child to learn by force or harshness, but direct them to it by what amuses their minds, so that you may be better able to discover with accuracy the peculiar bent of the genius of each. Ignorance, the root and stem of every evil. I'm trying to think. Don't confuse me with facts. Never discourage anyone who continually makes progress, no matter how slow. Good people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. Those who tell the stories rule society. The madness of love is the greatest of heaven's blessings. Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. When men speak ill of thee, live so as nobody may believe them. The object of education is to teach us to love what is beautiful. Love is born into every human being. It calls back the halves of our original nature together. It tries to make one out of two and heal the wound of human nature. If a man can be properly said to love something, it must be clear that he feels affection for it as a whole and does not love part of it to the exclusion of the rest. At the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. He whom loves touches, not walks in darkness. The love of the gods belongs to anyone who has given to true virtue and nourished it. And if any human being could become immortal, it would be he. He feels particularly ashamed if ever he is seen by his lovers to be involved in something dishonorable. Then the lover, who is true and no counterfeit, must of necessity be loved by his love. There is no such thing as a lover's oath. Love is of something, and that which love desires is not that which love is or has, for no man desires that which he is or has. And love is of the beautiful, and therefore has not the beautiful. And the beautiful is the good, and therefore, in wanting and desiring the beautiful, love also wants and desires the good. Love is a madness produced by an unsatisfiable rational desire to understand the ultimate truth about the world. The truth is that we isolate a particular kind of love and appropriate it for the name of love, which really belongs to a wider whole. The love of man to woman is a thing common and of course, and at first partakes more of instinct and passion than of choice. But true friendship between man and man is infinite and immortal. As it is, the lover of inquiry must follow his beloved wherever it may lead him. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Good actions give strength to ourselves and inspire good actions in others. Any man may easily do harm, but not every man can do good to another. True friendship can exist only between equals. The man who finds that in the course of his life he has done a lot of wrong often wakes up at night in terror, like a child with a nightmare, and his life is full of foreboding. But the man who is conscious of no wrongdoing is filled with cheerfulness and with the comfort of old age. Beauty of style and harmony and grace and good rhythm depend on simplicity. Is there a perfect world? A life without investigation is not worth living. If it were necessary either to do wrong or to suffer it, I should choose to suffer rather than do it. No matter how hard you fight the darkness, every light casts a shadow, and the closer you get to the light, the darker that shadow becomes. A sensible man will remember that the eyes may be confused in two ways, by a change from light to darkness or from darkness to light, and he will recognize that the same thing happens to the soul. Pleasure is the bait of sin.